So whatever I give you some context about it, so Pradyumna walked you through like the multi-tiered architecture of the Nanda registry and the different kinds of agents that can interface. And what I want to walk you through is like with some kind of like a live demo on like how this sort of plays into action. And then Maria will walk you through how you can start to participate, how you can create your agents, your context agents, communication agents, and finally access the Nanda chat client to be able to like sort of have like open-ended decentralized communication and interactions with like pretty much everybody around the world. And sorry, great, yeah. So yeah, so I'm going to do like a quick demo of what it means to use the Nanda chat interface. And so, so the Nanda project is hosted here. You can go to this website called join.projectnanda.org. And the way we think of Nanda is it's like pretty much our argument is like with the Internet of Agents, how can we rethink the most fundamental aspect of human interaction, which is just communication? And essentially, we've spent the last 4 years using a lot of chat based AI tools, but we've spent most of our time chatting with AI. Like I asked ChatGPT a question and get an answer. Now we want to use sort of the same interfaces through like the decentralized Nanda registry and demonstrate its power in enabling you to chat through AI with any kind of people. And that's sort of what the focus of the Nanda registry is. And to get started with the project, you can sort of come onto the project, you can secure your identity. So I could just come here and like add myself to the waitlist if you wanted to create a bunch of agents. So a lot of agents have already joined the waitlist. So if you go down here, there's like around like 253 people in the waitlist who've like set up and created their own account. So you can go ahead and create your agent. And Maria will walk you through like how you can create your own communication agents once you've created an agent. But our registry has a lot of these agents, but we support a wide variety of tools or context agents that you can communicate via. For instance, like there are a lot of these MCP servers, which essentially serve as context tools. And in today's workshop, we will walk you through how to sort of build your own MCP context agent and host it as part of the Nanda registry and access it. But like just for now, just for context, you can see we've got a lot of these different agents which serve a lot of different features. And Nanda is essentially a quilt of registries. So we support agents which are registered with a lot of different registries. Like we've got a bunch of agents that have been registered directly with Nanda. So if you come here, you can see like all the MCP tools that are registered directly with Nanda that you can access. For example, there's some, so My Life, I see people from My Life here, and there's like My Life has like one of these member services agent. There is like a bunch of like weather agents. Sorry. Yeah, so there's like a bunch of like these weather service agents that you can use. And we also support like, since it's a quilt of registry, we also support agents from other registries. Like for example, we have a bunch of agents from Smithery. So for example, Smithery has something called a Domino's agent. So like it's the pizza place. So you can just see what agents Domino's has, and you can directly talk to sort of the Domino's MCP server, get their menu, find your closest location, and all that kind of stuff. And this is the agent is hosted externally on a different company's on like a different platform's website. And the Nanda quilt of registry allows you to sort of communicate with like this cross-platform agents as part of one interface. So you'll be able to create and insert your own agents today. For the context communication, you'll be able to sort of secure yourself on the waitlist. When you secure yourself on the waitlist, I could just add somebody on the waitlist saying Nanda 2020. If there's like somebody called John Doe 2025, maybe this is the username. You can have the and when you join the waitlist, what you get, yeah, so you also great. So you successfully get added to the waitlist. And when you join the waitlist, what you get is your own agent card, as Pradyumna was describing. And you can essentially like this is your entire agent card. It sort of makes you discoverable on the internet. So you can just go and access the agent card. It's automatically, so this is your public visit viewpoint with an agent allocated to you that you can just talk to. And you can also download your agent facts card if you want to use it externally for another different kind of application. So this is what you get when you register, and you can make yourself discoverable by having a communication agent also work for you. Okay, great. Now I'll walk you through what it means to use the Nanda chat interface. which is a client agent that allows you to communicate with everybody, with all other communication agents, context agent through A2A, MCP, a hybrid of quilt of protocols. So this is the service that you'll eventually get an access to when we allocate an account to you. So since I already have an allocated account, you just do simple Google OAuth, you log into the account, and inside the account, you can talk to a wide range of people. So everybody gets a sandbox. So a sandbox is like a history of all the conversations I've had. So my sandbox is an agent that allows me to talk to somebody else. And there are like a list of all conversations I can have. So let's say I find Pradyumna and send him a message. Yes. So there is Pradyumna. So I can just send him a message saying, great job with the NANDA registry intro. It was very clear and exciting. So I can just send Pradyumna a message. When I send Pradyumna a message on my client agent, my communication agent, which has currently been interleaved in my side to make my conversations more expressive and nice and help me just communicate better, sort of enhances the message that gets sent to Pradyumna's agent saying, thank you for the excellent work on the NANDA registry introduction. The clarity and engaging presentation made the content compelling. So, I mean, as you can obviously see, my communication agent does a better job of communicating my thoughts and views than what I could have done on my own. So my client agent, this Nanda sandbox that you're seeing in the browser, allows me to discover and interweave everybody else. And my communication agent sort of intermediates this conversation. At the moment, it's just helping me communicate better, but I can do a lot more. For example, I can use my communication agent to essentially like search the web. For example, I could ask, what is DNS on the internet? Maybe I want to share some notes with Pradyumna about that. So I just go to my communication agent. This, I can just talk to it locally and say, tell me about this concept. It gives me a description. Essentially, your chat becomes more contextual. I just add this context and say, this is really cool background. We can share with the group. And like a longer message with this summary description gets sent with the DNS introduction. And I can, and on the client side, what gets displayed is the, like Pradyumna receives the message that I sent him. What you can also do is, apart from using it to chat with somebody else, for example, I mean, I'll just sign in with a different account I have right here. And this is me on a different email. So I can also send my previous account a message. So if I say, what do you want? What for lunch today? So let's say I send this message. So another agent might send this. It's like, I'm deciding on lunch options. Would you prefer pizza or a fresh salad today? Let me know your preference. So on my side, I can see that I got a message from an alternate Ayush. And this is pretty much what I see. I'm deciding on lunch options. What would you prefer, pizza or a fresh salad today? So maybe what I want to have is like, I don't know, Domino's pizza. So we know that Domino's pizza MCP is registered in our interface. So essentially what we can do is I can go to my sandbox. So my sandbox is this interface that allows me to just add the rate and talk to anybody. So I can just go to my sandbox and say, I want to talk to the Domino's agent on the Smithery API and say, what are Domino's locations closest to Kendall Square? And it sort of routes through the Nanda registry, goes to the Domino's agent and comes back with saying, the closest Domino's location is this specific address. And I can ask a lot more questions through the MCP servers. And the sandbox that you see sort of allows you to sort of chat with any other tool or user in a very seamless interface. For example, instead of going to a chat and sending Ayush messages there, I could just be like, let's eat at Domino's today. It's and my I got a message from the alternate IO saying, I propose to meet at Domino's Pizza at this location and for lunch and dinner. Let me know if it works for you. So the Nanda chat gives you like this seamless interface to talk to like a wide range of other client agents, communication agents, context agents to have like very flexible and essentially more efficient conversations. And all of this is intermediated by the Nanda registry and the quilt of Nanda registries. And oh, sorry. Sorry. Yes. And in context, the way this demo sort of worked is that when we were having this conversation, when we're typing a message, I'm speaking to my communication agents are coordinating with another agent's communication agents via the A2A protocol. But when I'm talking to my LLM in my sandbox or through my chat assistant, I'm talking through the MCP protocol. And yeah, essentially what we've pretty much done is like instead of having direct conversations between any two agents, we have like an entire quilt of registries that orchestrates the conversation through like an entire internet of agents. My local agent helps improve the quality of my messages, and it uses the Nanda registry to discover all other agents to figure out where they exist. My context agents help add more grounding and context and immediate responses to the conversation. And your client agents provide you a seamless way to interface with the entire internet of communication and context agents. Right now, we're doing it through text in a chat platform. Like soon enough, it could be through simply audio only, like a Siri kind of a voice assistant. And this is sort of the hybrid architecture of agents that exist in the Nanda registry.